Hello and welcome to Wentworth, where today myself and Paul O'Hagan have been given an exclusive first look at the new TaylorMade drivers for 2015. Heading that lineup is the new R15 Driver. Now, as you'll notice, this is the return of the R series. So last year we had SLDR taking over from previous generation R1 Driver, but TaylorMade had decided to go back to R, and with it they've also gone back to using white on the crown of their golf club. Now, in terms of the look and address, you need to be thinking more about R11 than R1. The crown graphics are very subtle, so nothing like as busy as you would have seen in the previous R1 version, and the white that they've used on the crown is exactly the same as the version that they had on that R11. So actually, to look down on white crown, black face looks absolutely fantastic. Exactly what players who fell in love with those drivers will expect. Now, as we've come to expect with TaylorMade, when they do launch new products, there is significant technological improvements. And with this particular driver, you can see it just when you look at the driver on the shelf. They've introduced a new channel that sits behind the face, and this has quite a few different effects. Firstly, that channel effectively acts as a speed pocket, that sort of speed pocket effect that we saw when TaylorMade launched the Rocket Balls 3-wood. You put it down, you hit it, you've got extra ball speed because of this pocket sitting behind the face. That's one of the benefits that this channel has. But they've also put into this channel two sliding weights, 12.5 gram weights that can be moved in different positions behind the face. So if you're somebody that is maybe prone to hitting the ball from the toe or from the heel and wants that extra forgiveness, you can position the weights at either end of the scale, and that will help your MOI. That will ensure that you get really good ball speeds from those off-centre hits. If, however, you are somebody that's more consistent with your ball striking and maybe looking for a little bit more in distance, you can position these two weights front and centre, and that will give you the ideal launch conditions, TaylorMade say, to be able to hit the ball as far as you possibly can. Now, there is another benefit of having this rail. You can position the weights in a place that will help you to hit draws or fades, or if you're somebody that just constantly struggles with a consistent fade, you can turn that into a stronger ball flight by positioning the weights in such a place to help you do that. Now, there are three drivers in the R15 family. There's the R15 460 that I'm holding here, a 430cc version, which is obviously a little bit smaller to look down on at address, and there is a 460cc version in black. Now, if you're somebody that wants to play a TaylorMade driver in 2015 but maybe doesn't like the idea of the company going back to white, there is something in the range for you. Personally, I loved the way this looked on the shelf. First look of it was, this looks absolutely brilliant. But when it actually came down to putting it behind the ball, I preferred the way that the white version looked. Just something that I preferred. I like the matte white finish that they have on the two white drivers. One final point worth making about the R15 is that this is still very much a forward CG driver. The technicians say that they've managed to get 75% of the weight of the golf club ahead of the sort of midpoint here, so only 25% back. And now that really should help improve the spin characteristics and impact to help people find that little bit of extra distance. But importantly, in R15, as opposed to what they had in SLDR, they've dropped the centre of gravity lower in that head. So that should help to increase the initial launch angle. But I suspect for the majority of people who are swapping out of maybe non-TaylorMade products into this is still very much going to be a loft-up driver. Most people, I suspect, who are going to get fitted will need to loft up just by looking at the technology that's on offer. So there you have the new R15 driver from TaylorMade. Very exciting new driver with a cool retro head cover, as you can see here, available in black or white. Please do let us know what you think of the new TaylorMade drivers. Do you think it's a good idea going back to white? What do you think of the new sliding rail here in the sole? I'd be very interested to hear what you have to say.